Welcome to another episode of Brief Economic Profiles. In this video, we focus on the island nation of Mauritius. The Republic of Mauritius is an island country located off the east coast of Africa, surrounded by the Indian Ocean. The country has a population of about 1.26 million people, making it among the least populated on the continent, with the city of Port Louis serving as the capital. According to the constitution, Mauritius is a multi-party democracy, with Navin Ramgoolam serving as the Prime Minister and the head of government. According to the World Bank, Mauritius is an upper-middle-income country, one of only 8 such economies on the continent. The latest IMF data reveals notable growth and progress. As of October 2024, the country had a GDP of $15.89 billion. This GDP is significantly smaller when compared to African economic heavyweights like South Africa, Egypt, and Nigeria. The annual GDP growth rate was at 6.1%, making the country's economy one of the fastest growing on the continent. The GDP per capita was, however, relatively high at $12,600, higher than those of Nigeria, Egypt, and South Africa, and among the highest in Africa. Mauritius's public debt is also relatively high, standing at 80.1% of the GDP, comparable to Kenya, South Africa, and Rwanda. For the year 2023, Mauritius imports exceeded her exports in value, leading to a trade deficit of $280 million. The country's official currency is the Mauritian Rupee. As of the 29th of November 2024, $1 exchanged for 46.45 Mauritian rupees. Mauritius has a mixed economy with a dominant service sector. In particular, for the year 2022, the country's service sector contributed to about 65.83% of the GDP. These include services such as tourism, information and communication, transport, and finance. The industry sector, inclusive of mining, manufacturing, and construction, came distant second at about 18.21% of the GDP. Meanwhile, the agricultural sector contributed the least at about 3.55% of the GDP. These estimates demonstrate the dominance of the service sector in the country's economy. The agriculture and mining sectors dominate Mauritius's export trade. According to the Observatory of Economic Complexity, the top exports from the country include processed fish, raw sugar, diamonds, and clothes. Notably, as of 2022, Mauritius is the world's 17th largest exporter of processed fish. Additionally, Mauritius is also the world's 22nd largest exporter of raw sugar. Are you enjoying this video? Please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to our young channel to help us grow. Thank you. Despite having significant exports, Mauritius imports high-value goods that contribute to the persistent trade deficit. According to the OEC, the country's top imports in terms of value include refined petroleum, coal, cars, frozen fish, and medicaments. Reducing the value of total imports by increasing local production is therefore vital for Mauritius's economic progress. Barring the COVID slowdown, Mauritius' economy has been on a steady and consistent growth. The factors that promote this growth include significant growths in the tourism and manufacturing sectors, particularly the textile industry. However, Mauritius has also faced challenges that have threatened growth, including the COVID pandemic, which severely affected the tourism sector. Additionally, Mauritius is highly dependent on imports, resulting in a persistent trade deficit. Nonetheless, the country's economy has gradually recovered from the pandemic challenges and the tourism sector continues to grow. It remains to be seen how the government will deal with the trade balance issue, especially with regard to improving local production. We continue to observe closely to see how Mauritius's economy develops and whether the growth will promote human development. Please tell us what you think regarding Mauritius and her economy in the comments section below, including questions, clarifications, and suggestions.